everyone. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well. Today, this reading is for Gemini. I'm going to start the signs off with Gemini as we're in Gemini season. We're going to start off with an affirmation card. And we're just going to see what's going on for you as well. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's for your sun, moon, rising and Venus sign, and it can literally pick up on any area of your life. You can reverse the roles if you need to. This can also pick up on somebody that you're dealing with, a situation, etc. So we're going to see what affirmation we have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Angels. What do we have for Gemini, please? Okay, that's our card. Beautiful. And we've got release. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. And yeah, there is a sense of gratitude in your energy. And there's also a sense that you could be dealing with some negative situations, negative people. There is a feel of some negativity around. And we've got number 28, release. So the 8 and 2, which breaks down to a 10. So yeah, releasing things, letting go of things that no longer serve your highest good. And there's such an element of protection from the spirit world there as well. That's also what I'm being really made aware of. And it's time now to release what no longer serves you so that you can have that sense of freedom. It gives you that spring back in your step. There's nothing holding you back, you know. And be open to receive messages from the other side, because I feel that there's many of you that are receiving messages from spirit, whether that be through dream state, through meditation, and even randomly through your intuition. So really pay attention to that. So your affirmation to keep with you, and you can say it, you can repeat it as many times as you'd like. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. So beautiful. Let's continue. This is the Good Tarot. I felt really drawn to use this deck. So let's see what messages we have for you, Gemini. These are pretty big cards. And quite a thick deck. So bear with me while I'm shuffling with my dinky little hands. We're going to go with one more shuffle. Thank you so much for your love, your wisdom and your guidance. What do we have for Gemini? Thank you. Yeah, there is an energy of change for you. I do sense that. There are changes coming in. And these changes coming in are going to be for the better, because if you're able to release anything that holds you back, then that is just brilliant. And the more you repeat that affirmation to yourself, the more you'll actually train the subconscious mind to begin doing it. We all act on many things that come from our subconscious mind, and it's about retraining your thoughts. Again, you're ruled by Mercury, so it's all about your thinking. So we have the 6 of Earth, which is the 6 of Pentacles. So this really is saying to you that any energy that you're putting out is going to come back to you with an equal balance. So If you've been doing a lot for others, if you've been going out of your way to help other people and not really reciprocating, you're not getting any energy back from that. This card is indicating to you that moving forward, you will receive that equal amount of energy coming back to you. This is a balance coming in for you, which is really nice. So in comes that balance after a time of maybe holding on to some negativity. It's very difficult. Sometimes we can hold on to negativity if it's linked to somebody that's very close to us. And I feel that's what's going on. And we've got another 6, the 6 of water. So that balance really is coming in for you. It's going to come in. It's going to come in physical form for you. And it's also going to really help you settle your emotions. And there we see, I just see from both of these images, like there's just this feeling of having enough. You know, maybe you've been feeling quite fed up with your situation, maybe feeling really quite low with things that you've had to deal with lately, and that is what's coming up. It's almost like I'm done with I'm done with overthinking this, and I'm done with feeling this so strongly. And these sixes are appearing in your reading because it's now time to really start to balance things out for yourself. So really, really work on releasing anything that doesn't make you feel good, that's not for your highest good as well. Um, really start to release that, so then you can bring in this lovely balance. The 2 sixes here, it's all about balance, and it's all about just really concentrating on what makes you feel good, taking time out for yourself. I feel like you've just been so busy. There's such an element of helping somebody out so much and being so busy, and maybe you've not really been feeling that gratitude back. Maybe you're feeling burnt out, tired, exhausted, and this is where this balance is going to come in really nicely for you. So let's continue. 2 sixes and a 10. Beautiful. So it's really time to focus upon your needs, what you want, and how you feel. I think if you focus upon what's negative in your life right now and you let it overtake your emotions, it's just going to it may lead to a feeling of being ungrounded, unbalanced. And this is what Spirit are telling you. They're really encouraging you to release this from your environment so that you can just have peace of mind. You can feel more stable, more secure. Oh, that's really funny. I was just looking at that on the bottom of the deck. The call. So in this deck, the Good Tarot, the call is the Judgment card, number 20. So this is really requiring you to, oh wow, I love it. You really are getting help from the spirit world. There is somebody on the other side, whether that be a family member, a guide, an angel, a loved one. There's somebody really trying to reach out to you from the other side. Absolutely. And I see that in both of these cards. I feel like you're getting help from the spirit world. They're helping you release this. They're helping you really look at the situation. They're helping you set yourself free as well. So they're guiding you and helping you to really look at your situation and make a decision that's best for you. Now this could be quite a big decision with the Judgment card here. And it may be a decision that's not very well received by others. But what I'm feeling really drawn to say to you is that, you know, I think you've spent so much time looking after others. It's now time for you to focus upon you. And this is what your spirit team, your helpers, they're really trying to encourage you to do that, because they're really trying to bring in the sense of balance. And yes, the Queen of Earth here on the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles, they're really, really sending messages to you so that you can take a look at the situation and that you can maintain your balance. You can maintain that feeling of being grounded. You know, there's a I'm really picking up a scattered energy, not really knowing what to. I just feel like you're so busy doing things for others right now, and it's really time for you to focus upon yourself. With this Queen of Earth here, this is an individual that's grounded, that's working upon things for themselves, taking care of themselves, working very hard, on themselves, you know, maintaining that balance, that feeling of groundedness, working hard on bringing things into the physical, but keeping it, it's long lasting with this Queen of Pentacles, it would be in the original tarot, you know, really working at keeping it there. It's stable, it's secure. And this is the guidance you're receiving today, that this balance is going to come in. And look, the Eight of Earth, you're working very, very hard. Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles, working very hard. Working hard on bringing this balance in, and that's the guidance for you right now. It really, really is. I feel like I want to keep going with this deck for a minute, and there we go. More cards, and this is so on point. Exactly what I was really leading on to say. And yeah, it's your intuition. So you've got the High Priestess here, number 2, and then you've got the Messenger of Water, which is the Page of Cups. So again, they're 2 cards that are really guiding you to pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to any psychic downloads you receive moving forwards, and that you have been receiving right now. I do feel many of you have been. It's all about paying attention to them. You can see the seahorse right in front of this person's face here, and it's almost like the message is right in front of your face. I do feel that some of you are paying attention to it, and others of you, you may be finding it quite hard to believe right now. Maybe this is something that's sprung on you out of the blue, that you're not very used to, that may be quite overwhelming and scary for you to receive. But the guidance here is to be open to receive, to pay attention to any dreams that you have. You know, really look at writing them down, paying attention to anything that comes to you intuitively, anything that repeats itself, anything that's random as well. That's what I want to say. It's you really are getting help from the spirit realm. Absolutely. And I do feel they're going to speak to you through your intuition, and they're probably even going to, I really feel like they're going to send you psychic visions as well. And number 8 again, this is the Strength card. So this is really encouraging you to find that strength within, but also a reminder, you know, it's a reminder. And I feel like this 8 is coming in again, and I'm being drawn back to this release card, 28. So when we look at the 8s, it's about having that infinite strength, knowing that you have the strength, you have the power to release whatever this is. If it takes you moving away from a situation or a person, then if your instincts, if your gut is telling you to do that, then you should really pay attention to it and act upon it, and just move yourself away from the environment or the person. And then I'm being drawn back to that number 2 in this card here, 28, the 2. So know that you have the strength, and absolutely pay attention to your intuition, 28. By paying attention to your intuition and recognizing you have the strength, you're then able to release yourself from whatever's holding you back. Absolutely. over. I love it. We're just going to leave that to the side there. And I'm just going to see where I'm drawn to next, which deck I want to use. I'm feeling drawn to this one. This is the Spellcasting Oracle cards. So yeah, really pay attention to any messages you receive from Spirit, but also pay attention to what your higher self is saying to you. You know, listen to that inner voice. Sometimes it can be very quiet, very subtle. So I really feel like meditation will help you a lot at this time as well. Yeah. What else for Gemini, please? Thank you so much. Peace. I love it. Beautiful. And that's what you really want. That's what you want to be surrounding yourself by. And meditation, I was given the message of meditation because during meditation, you can really find a lot of peace. It's those moments where you can really sit and reflect upon the situation. And it is very peaceful. And especially if you're doing breathing exercises alongside that. Maybe some of you suffer with anxiety. That's also what I'm getting as well. Geminis generally are very thoughtful. It's all about thoughts. It's all about the way you think about things. So I really feel like meditation will help you. It will help you bring in that sense of peace. And it will also really help you just find a little bit more clarity in the situation as well. Maybe at the moment things don't really seem very clear. You may not know what to do because, you know, there's this sense of scattered energy, feeling unbalanced. And this is why this peace card is coming in. You know, you're really being guided to find that peace. And I love how this comes in after the call card. You know, your helpers in the spirit world are really trying to help you gain that sense of peace. They're trying to bring in that balance. And this is why they're relaying messages. And again, it's all about paying attention to your intuition, because even though you're a sign that thinks an awful lot, so I'm kind of seeing you being in your head a lot, and what the guidance for you is to really try and bring peace of mind. So, you know, if you're overthinking, if you're getting anxious thoughts and your mind is racing, you're really being encouraged to slow that down, to slow it down. And being so mindful and so thoughtful, this is when the calmer the calmer you keep your mind, the more those intuitive messages are going to come in. And this is why you need to be open to receive. You need to pay attention to anything very subtle around you. So it's about peace. Peace is coming in. It's about being still. I feel like you really need to be still, to find those quiet moments as many times during the day as you can. And spirit will come in and they will guide you, they will direct you, they will take you in the direction you need to go. So you also have empowerment and inspiration. And again, this is coming back to this strength card. This is again another reminder to let you know that, you know, you are stable enough within yourself. You're strong enough. You're strong enough. You have the power. You really, really do, to make these necessary changes, to release anything that's not serving you. And this in turn gives you that sense of empowerment. It makes you feel really good. It uplifts you. It it just lets you know that you are capable of doing anything. Once you put your mind to it, once you move away from any negativity and you release anything that surrounds you, it really does give you that sense of empowerment. And this may even require speaking up, because I'm being drawn back to the call card again. The call, the judgment call. And it's almost like, you may even at some point have spirits shouting in your ear roll, can you hear me? Um, are you paying attention? Listen to me. I'm literally right in your face. I know you can hear me, you're just not getting the message. So you're just really being guided to pay attention. And it may involve speaking up to somebody. Maybe you've already had to voice your opinions, or it's got to a point where you've just endured um, so much negativity that it's left you ungrounded. It's left you feeling quite emotional. And maybe you've had to speak up, or maybe some of you need to speak up. And this is where this empowerment comes in, because once you put across your opinion, or you actually talk back to somebody and actually voice how you feel, it really does, it releases things, it makes you feel so much better. And it is really quite empowering, because you're getting that throat chakra open, spinning, you're able to express things, and it is empowering. And then that just sets you up to then continue receiving those messages, continue receiving messages that's going to guide you on to guide you towards the things you love. Sometimes it's a process, and this is going to be something that you really, really love. It's also something that you desire. So if there's anything that you've been thinking of doing, that you've had your hopes set up, your heart set on, you've built your hopes upon doing, and right now you're just feeling in such a negative space that you cannot bring that into fruition, I feel like this process is just that stepping stone to help you reach this point where you can really start to look at what you can bring in for yourself. It is inspiring, it's empowering. It really, really is. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. The Five of Wands, see? Inspirations clarified by the Five of Wands. So again, I was just literally saying that this is a process. It's a process that you need to go through, and it's also it's a lesson that needs to be learned, so that you can fully see the meaning of, and then that way you can release it. This then inspires you to move away from this. Anytime a similar situation comes in, anytime any negative people come into your environment, anytime a negative situation is displayed in front of you, around you, you can look back at this lesson. You can see how much it inspired you and empowered you, and you can continue to do the same moving forward, so that you're not going back, repeating another cycle. We've got Saturn in retrograde, and Saturn being in retrograde, it happens so many years, I believe, and it's kind of that pivotal moment. It's such an important moment, because it helps you really look back. It helps you look back on life cycles, what you've endured. It also helps you recognize what cycles you could be repeating, and it is that last call. Again, I'm being guided back to this judgment card. It's that last call from spirit saying to you, now look, come on, it's time now. It's time now to not put up with this. It's time to speak your truth. It's time to move away from this negative energy, because this is not serving you anymore. and take the benefit of Mars in Aries, where you're going to fire into action. Mars in Aries, it can really guide us to act on impulse. And sometimes acting on impulse can be something that you regret, but it can also be something that helps you release the situation, because you're solely going on. You can go really on built up emotion, which can land you in trouble, but you can literally act on impulse through a lot of intuitive downloads. And I feel that's what you're getting. And I do feel that you are highly intuitive. Many of you that will come across this reading are highly intuitive. Maybe you've only been discovering recently just how intuitive you are. You're just really being called. You're being called to pay attention to that. And I'm tingling as I'm saying that. So that is the truth chills. That's confirmation for me that what I'm saying is correct. King of Pentacles. See, we saw the Queen of Earth here as well. And this, look, this is just going to put you in such a good place. This is you taking a more practical approach, a logical approach. So rather than letting your thoughts race, rather than being overwhelmed with so much thought, with so much emotion, it's now time to really get grounded. These are two very grounded individuals, very grounded, very practical, very logical. And with the King of Pentacles here, this is you taking action. It's you putting things in place that just strengthen your stability within yourself and in your environment. We've got two pentacles here. This is bringing things into the physical. This is bringing things into reality. It's being real. It's recognizing what you need to release. These two individuals don't allow negativity in their environment. They don't allow it in their energy, So it's time now to really move towards that much more grounded, balanced energy, surroundings, environment, because it just helps you move away from this negative situation. There's definitely something or someone negative around you. That is definitely what's going on here. And on the bottom of the deck, looking at me, the eight of cups. So again, as I was saying, this could actually involve walking away from an individual that is just, I'm hearing that's just too much. They're just too much for you to be around right now. It's making you question everything. Maybe this is why your mind is running on overdrive. This individual, for some of you, it is a person. For many of you, I feel it's a person. This individual just, I feel like they make your head spin. You just don't know whether you're coming or going. It's quite overwhelming. It's quite confusing. This individual really just brings quite a lot of negativity. That's what I'm sensing very strongly. And your team from your spirit team are really trying to guide you. Some of you may be aware that you have spirit guides around you. Some of you may even connect with them, work with them. You may work with the angels. Some of you may be able to receive messages very clearly, and you're in the process of this. But there's some of you out there that don't know who your spirit guides are. Some of you may not believe you have spirit guides. That's also what I'm feeling. But we all have a spirit guide, whether we are aware of them or not. And they will subtly guide you through your intuition. And I feel that's what they're doing. Loved ones, they will, especially if you're a little skeptical or you're a little bit closed off to this, or you're in that process of questioning it. Is this real? Is this not real? This is a message for somebody out there. Even if you're in two minds whether to believe that what is happening, what's occurring is real. Trust and believe that it is. And again, you're being guided to walk away from the person or the situation, because this is a last call. This is your call from spirit to really start to make them changes, to move away from anything that just holds you back, that hinders you. Because it's time now to go with what inspires you. It's time now to go after what you desire. Because this negative situation just holds you back. It's too much. That's what I feel. I keep hearing it's too much. It's too much. What else, please? The world. Yep, look at that. You need to release this now. You need to release this because this cycle has to close out. A shift needs to come in. It's a time now for you to start brand new, and it's a time now to gain closure. It's time now to put this to bed. This cycle for some of you may have been going on for quite some time. Maybe this person's been in your environment for quite some time, and it's really now time to release that. That's your affirmation, and that is what your whole reading is centering around right now. The world is all about closing out cycles. It then allows you to start brand new. And here you go, the Six of Pentacles again. Because the guidance here is to really bring in that balance. Allow that balance to come in. Allow yourself to find that peace of mind, because nobody wants to be surrounded by a negative person or be surrounded by a negative situation any longer. It holds you back, it restricts you, it keeps you stale and stagnant. 2 cards, Six of Pentacles, twice. So they're really, really confirming that a balance needs to come in. This balance needs to come in so you can make these necessary changes moving forward. And you've got another repeating card, the Page of Cups, the Page of the Cups and the Page of Cups. Again, see, you've got the seahorse right in this lady's face. It's like, hear me now. I'm trying to tell you something. This is a last call. It's time this cycle closes out. I'm right in front of your face. I don't know how you can't hear me. Again, some of you can. Some of you are receiving the messages as clear as day. Very much so. And maybe you're just taking your time to move away from the situation. But that's okay. You know, as long as you're mindful. I've just seen 333 on my clock. Maybe you've got ancestral guidance. Maybe it's your ancestors guiding you. Okay. And then you've got this here, look, you've got the fish right in front of this individual's face. It's time now to birth something new. Listen to the messages. The pages are all about messages coming to you. And it's a highly intuitive card. The Page of Cups symbolizes intuitive messages, psychic messages, all about messages. So you need to be very, very open to receive. Really listen to the messages coming in. Another repeating card. Love it. Anything else for Gemini, please? The Moon. Maybe this is something that you've not been able to see for quite some time. Maybe it's something that you've been sweeping under the carpet. That's what I'm also hearing. Maybe you've swept the situation under the carpet. Maybe you've swept the situation under the carpet involving this individual as well. There's almost like an energy from this card that, I don't know, it's almost like you just let things slide. Even though subconsciously you know that they're not a good person to be around, or you know the situation is not good to be around. It's almost like you just allow this to happen. And I mean that in the nicest way. It's just allowing certain certain things to take place or allowing certain behaviors from this person. But this is all being revealed to you through intuitive downloads, psychic visions, through your dreams. It comes back to what I was saying in the beginning. And that's exactly what I felt from that card. It's about what comes to you intuitively, because you really are getting guidance from spirit. For those of you that aren't aware who your guides are, I'm also hearing that it's probably time now for you to connect with them. A lot more people are awakening. The planet is shifting hugely. A lot more people are starting to wake up and realize who they are. And I feel like you may be doing that as well. And you can have a spiritual awakening, but you can also have a huge awakening to a situation that you've been in for quite some time. Anything else, please? I'm continuing to go because I just feel like there's more. I really do feel like there's more. Maybe there may not be from this deck, so I may need to move on. We're going to do one more shuffle. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. The Queen of Swords. That's also what I was sensing. It's maybe now time for you to speak up. The Queen of Swords does not mince her words. She's very direct, very blunt, very open. You know, this individual has no worries communicating exactly what they think, and exactly how they feel. So again, we're seeing a sword here now. So this really is guiding you to cut this situation out, to cut this individual out, or again, guiding you to, it's a last call for you to take action, to cut this out. Absolutely. Making a judgment. And if that requires you speaking up, then so be it. You can be very direct, and you can express yourself with complete authenticity. And you can do that in the nicest possible way. It's about how the message is perceived by others. And if somebody takes how you feel when you express yourself the wrong way, that is on them. That is their own individual issues that are coming up. It's nothing for you to worry about. If you're able to express yourself truthfully, that's where this empowerment comes in. Thank you. It's so empowering. I feel like some of you may need to really speak up and express exactly how you're feeling. And this may actually this will probably naturally move this person out of your situation, or it will help you move away from the environment. And for others of you, I feel it requires you just walking away. Some of you may not need to say anything. That's also what I'm feeling. And then what else you've got with this is the Lovers. Again, another decision. You know, the Lovers can signify relationships. It can signify a lover. So this could be a relationship for some of you. This could be a situation that is negative, a negative relationship, a toxic relationship. And that could be with whoever, a family member, a friend, a work colleague, a child, a sibling, anybody. But the Lovers indicates a decision that needs to be made. And again, I'm being called back to this card, the call, the Judgment card. The Judgment is all about assessing your situation, looking at it with clarity, with balance, with peace of mind. And then you're able to make that final decision. This is a final decision. And the Judgment card just brings in a sense of renewal. You can really start to make the necessary changes and bring in something new. And it's also a very freeing card. So you're not only going to be empowered, you're not only going to reach a sense of peace, you're going to be set free. And that sense of freedom is the most uplifting, liberating feeling in the world. And I think we've all been in a situation where we've made a decision and we've felt as free as a bird. We felt like we could fly. We felt that free. And if you had wings, I think you would. So balance, empowerment, authenticity. You know, again, you shouldn't have any trouble expressing yourself, being the sign that you are. Some of you may be round quite I don't know, some of you may be round a very mature energy, and some of you may be around quite an immature energy as well. So there's a couple of messages for a couple of groups of people that will hear this reading. But again, and I'm really drawn back to your subconscious mind. The more you repeat this affirmation to yourself, the moon is all about the subconscious. It's about the emotions. It's about intuition. Thank you. Reminding me of intuition, reminding you to pay attention to your intuition. I think we've got a new moon coming up very soon. So the more you repeat this affirmation into that new moon, the more you can bring in this sense of renewal, this new beginning. But overall, it's about training your subconscious mind to believe that you can release this, and repeat as many times as you need to. You can even take a screenshot of that card reminding you of what your affirmation is moving forward, and also reminding you that you are being so led and guided by the spirit world. So if you'd like to take a screenshot, you can do now. But again, the more you repeat that affirmation to yourself, the more that you'll believe it. And it's all about changing your mindset, knowing that, you know, I deserve better than this. I really do. I really do deserve better than this. And then we've got the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So maybe you've been in two minds for quite some time. Maybe you've been going back and forth thinking, I know I need to leave this situation or this person, but something keeps holding me back. Maybe some of you have been surrounded by a lot of fighting, drama, just low vibrational energy, really, just negativity. And you've been in that crossroads energy where, you know, maybe emotionally you want to stay. Maybe what's been keeping you in this situation is your sense of security. And that's why there's this imbalance between how secure you're feeling and how emotional you're feeling. But again, it's about making a decision so that you can move forward. So that's your reading, Gemini. It's gone on a little longer than expected, but I really felt there was more here, and there is. So I really hope this was helpful. Comment below if you feel drawn to. I'd love to hear what you think, and I hope that it resonates. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Love and blessings.